Hey everybody, welcome to Grand Tacticians the Civil War. This is the Confederate campaign starting with the 1861 start. This is part 2 of the breakout of the Washington D.C. siege. The Union forces have sieged the rebels who have taken over Washington D.C. and we are still in the middle of day 1 of this battle for Beauregard's army to break out of the siege, as supply situations have gotten very bad. The main fighting in this day's battle will revolve around the assault on Mosher's Hill. The Union forces will send brigade after brigade to try to take the hill. You'll see that and much more in the latest episode of Grand Tactician the Civil War. So even though George James is insubordinate, he is not actively acting on his own initiative. Order our battery to fire at will. And the McCown's about to brace themselves for a major assault on their position. McClaw is coming to reinforce from the left of the position, from the far left. They have good cover, so does the South Carolina battery. We're going to try to strike at 1st Brigade's right flank. Or the flank. Oh no. The Rosie's brigade. That's Bonham. Bonham got a little bit jittery there. Claw's brigade will send some skirmishers out too. Right, where's Jackson? Jackson's trying to find. Oh, he found a path straight to the hill. That's good. Let's get Ewell in command range. We also have Vaughn's division. We can march Vaughn straight down the turnpike. You know, if Hunter was able to press an attack on the center, but maybe he realizes that might not be a wise thing to do. I can pull McCulloch or Burbridge over to support Waitman's guns. Plus, you still have most of James's division in reserve. My concern about James, though, is will he send in the reinforcements? Alright, so McCown now fighting right around the McCown's position. They're going for the guns. Oh, they laid down. We gotta send in McClaws. Let's send in McCown, and then Claws can reinforce McCown. They're not going to take that battery. Oh, they sent the division commander in with that attack for that battery. They know that's a key to this position. McCown routs them, though, but he's going to be broken himself. Looks like they're trying to reform. Pillow's going to try to rally. So Little's guns are broken, though. We need Jackson's guns, though, to reinforce. Where is his artillery? Oh, Jackson is also feuding. Oh, man, this could get really interesting. Yeah, we really need those guns. Pillow has only lost 90 men in his division. Now, it doesn't look like 2nd Brigade is completely whooped. So let's get McClaw's skirmishers on him, and then let's get McClaw's himself. We're going to have to pull in Grashett's brigade also. Try to get Bonham to fire. Okay, finally 2nd Brigade retreats from the fortifications. Bottom's orders are kind of all messed up. So we got, wow, okay, so the gray feud is this superior commander of this unit is subject to a feud with one of his superior commanders. So the division commander of this battery is feuding with the corps commander. Oh, it looks like maybe the Union is going to try to cross to the left of Piney Branch. The Piney Branch crossing where we have our skirmishers stationed. And they have some cover of trees, so that makes it more difficult for Waitman's batteries to get a shot on them. Now we do have McCulloch's brigade here, and we can pull in Huvald to plug any gap. So yeah, I cannot order James to move around, so it's going to be difficult to move his brigades around to plug gaps if I can't get him to keep them within range. So he is not happy that I am throwing his brigades to fill gaps in the line or to send them where reinforcements are needed. All right, so it looks like Trappier's brigade might be able to move. They're sticking with the orders. Hopefully that doesn't change. It doesn't look like it. James just doesn't want to move from his spot. Lee's corps is spread out along the whole entire battlefield, so it's kind of difficult to keep all the division commands under his range. So I'm going to move him a little bit. Ah, Bonham just broke. Oh. Did they take all of Little's guns? Yeah, all of Little's guns are gone. Are they right there? Yeah, their guns are right there. So, Pendleton's artillery, though, is able to come into position. Lewis Little's artillery crewmen are trying to get the guns back, but are under heavy fire. The Union guns from across the creek, though, are now punishing our position. Overall, light casualties, though. If the Union followed up an attack with significant force right now, we would have a real tough time here. Looks like McCown is steady now. So they rallied. Doesn't look like Little's able to capture these guns back. Let's move the rest of Jackson's division. Little is wounded. Pendleton will take position in the parapet of a Union Corps commander, and that is General Sherman. Pendleton under heavy fire, so he is not getting any bonus for the fortification here. So we have reinforcements from Jackson's division. Wingo will take up position here on the right of Pendleton's battery. Yeah, Pendleton's losing men fast. He can't seem to get in a good position that is going to give him the in-cover bonus. Just received orders to adjust his position. McClaw's skirmishers are going to try to skirmish with the 3rd Brigade that is advancing across the creek. And we're about to lose Pendleton's command. For some reason, we can't get them to get into a good position. So the Union sending the 3rd Brigade to assault the defenses on Mosher's Hill. Only 1 brigade, though, as it looks like the Union commander is struggling to get reinforcements across the creek. Alright, so McLaw's in a good covered position. Also supported by Gratiot's brigade on his left flank. You know, the Union only sends 1 brigade, and they get into very close range here. Pendleton's still holding on, firing with 5 guns, but he's falling back. McLaw's brigade and the Union 3rd Brigade exchanging fire. Let's see if we can get McCown's brigade maybe to move up to support. We're going to move Pillow back a little bit out of harm's way. All right, another Union brigade now assaulting Pendleton's guns. We have McCown coming back up. Wingo's going to disperse some skirmishers. Let's see if we can't wheel Wingo's brigade right and hit the Union brigade on the flank. Wingo's going to hit 1st Brigade from the flank. The 2 Union brigades now sent to try to take this position at Mosher Hill. McLaw's is starting to rack up some casualties. And it looks like Sherman is able to get a 3rd Brigade across the creek here to support their attack. No real threat on our right. You will be called up to the scene on the left. Let's get Gladden now moving to that area. Vaughn with 4,500 men. Let's march him down the 7th Street Turnpike. Let's resume the desperate fighting for Mosher's Hill. Union now has 3 brigades assaulting the... For some reason, Wingo can't get into position to fire. Finally, a heavy volley right in the side of the 1st Brigade. And although it's taken most of the day for the Union forces to mount an offensive on Mosher's Hill, they are starting to come in with force now, and there's lots of desperate fighting going on. Looks like some of McCown's men are trying to take back some of those guns left by Little's battery earlier in the battle. They still remain there. I don't know if they're trying to man them and turn them. McCown looks like he's taking on heavy casualties. McCown losing men. McCown is now whipped. Try to rally. Oh, Gratiot looks like he's breaking too. Looks like Pillow's entire division is about to break. Okay, we got Early. Let's send Early in. So casualties as a percentage is about the same. Now, the estimates haven't changed too much, but it looks like we are outnumbered 78,000 to 37,000. More than 2 to 1. We have reinforcements on the way to Mosher Hill. Still, Union is not pressing the attack on our right. So let's keep watching the action at Mosher's Hill. As we see, looks like, is that Pillow trying to rally McLaw's? Pillow trying to rally his men. The count is still remaining in place, though. Early skirmishers are coming in to add some fire on the Union troops. Both sides just exchanging volley after volley of fire. So two brigades trying to fight McClaw in the breastworks. McClaw's trying to hold his ground. South Carolina militia holding their ground. We thought McCown was completely shattered, but he is not. Lee is going to call Hampton's brigade from James to secure this right flank of the Mosher Hill position. We got a whole division under Gladden coming in. We might want to be careful of bringing too much over from our right, as there's still a strong Union force in front of us on our right flank. So Wingo's brigade had done a nice job driving off 1st Brigade. We need to reposition him, though. Claw's brigade is broken. That leaves Gratiot's brigade. Early is ordered to fall back. So Jackson working on his own initiative. McCown is still there. Let's see if Jackson will let me command Early's brigade. They're bringing up guns now. Wingo is about to get assaulted by the 2nd Brigade. They're charging headlong into them. We have Early here to reinforce Wingo. Early going to reinforce Wingo. It also looks like the Union Corps Commander and Division Commander trying to lead the charge to take Mosher's Hill. Other Federal brigades are falling back, so Gratiot holding his ground. McCown's still holding his ground. McCown has lost almost half his brigade. All right, we're going to move Walton into position, and we have Daniel Frost. Leave Pickett as a reserve. We can get some artillery now in the position. William Clark's 14 guns. Unfortunately, they're Mississippi rifles. Very interesting. Again, unfortunately, that might be an issue with the 1.0 release. Hopefully they fire like artillery. Find Vaughn's gun. He has 14-pound James rifles. We can probably put them right here along the road. And let's send Cadmus M. Wilcox to support that artillery. So overall, successfully defending Mosher Hill. Although Wingo in a desperate struggle with this Union brigade. They're firing and not engaged, so So right now, the mere presence of cavalry actually gives our infantry a morale boost. Piney Branch is lost. Are they attempting the crossing finally? They drove off Smith's skirmishers. Claus is completely withdrawn. Thought he fought well, so he'll probably be disgraced. Bateman in a very good position though, right here to cover the crossing. So the Federals are finally trying to cross Piney Branch. Now these two Union brigades are not wavering. They are not suffering from low morale. We are 4 o'clock in the evening. Beauregard, I want to move him into a more central location a little bit. Basically, Ewell's probably just going to take over the left flank. Wei Lee is able to help command the right flank. We might have to recall Hampton's brigade, since we have Gladden and now even Vaughn's division. There's a whole brigade from the Army of Shenandoah, 1st Corps, 3rd Division. They've suffered 900 casualties. Yeah, that's weird. 2nd Corps commander is behind enemy lines. Emperor's artillery's firing from that position. Colonel John Jones, we'll move him up. But the fighting on the left looks to be waning down a little bit, although it looks like they are trying a turning maneuver. They're trying to probe the far left. The percentage, though, casualties are about similar, even though overall number of Federals that are down is a little bit greater. Not sure what's really going on here between Wingo and this Union brigade at point blank range. Although it looks like there's more and more Union troops off in the distance. They've got so many men. They're up to 4,100 casualties now. It looks like Wilcox's brigade drove off that Federal brigade that he was facing. So we see the end of the day, 5 in the evening of the first day of fighting, which not extremely bloody, not the bloodiest we've seen, but definitely a fierce struggle, especially on Mosher's Hill. I feel like our casualties are too high for being so far outnumbered. We need to kind of take advantage of every defensive position that we have. It looks like some enemy batteries have withdrawn. Hudson also arrives. Like I thought, he's going to arrive in the rear. What we can do with that. Troops are pretty well resupplied. Overall casualties have increased due to withdrawals, and enemy casualties are estimated to be about 5,000. Our own casualties about 1,800. Morale of both sides, I think our morale went up to 43. I think the Union morale was about 44, maybe 45. So they might have slightly went down. Well, they actually, Quartermaster General Report. Reports suggest morale is intact. The total men reported wounded, some up to 1,095. Army supply situation is mediocre, though. Supply trains reach bulk of the units, and the supply level is 62 out of 100. You will find the details in the consolidated reports.